Welcome to the party. Hydrate. So, crypto. Don't panic, guys. I know the headlines are scary, but we're going to be okay. We're going to be, unless they cause a nuclear war, which if that's the case, then, you know, we have different problems. Otherwise, we're going to be fine. Coins are going to go up. Everything's lining up. And I got some interesting information to share about the latest geopolitical updates for us here, okay, as well as some charts for the big altcoins, some news. We got a lot of stuff to talk about, guys, and it is going to be a good time today. So make sure you stick around. Just fix my little apron on my camera here. There we go. That looks better, doesn't it? Great. Okay, perfect. So welcome to everybody in the chat, by the way. I see you guys. What's up? Welcome to the party. Guys, Sue, nice to see you back. Fantastic times. Mad Mike, Monty, Julian, Steve-O, Daniel, Abdallah, everybody in the chat. What's up, guys? We'll be answering your questions second half of the stream. Guernsey, checking in from Guernsey. My man, Sasha. Nice. Checking in from Guernsey. Sasha can be a boy's name or a girl's name. It's always hard to say. You know, in Russia, they use Alexander and Alexandra, but the short form name, the diminutive, like cutesy name, is Sasha for both of them. It's like, wait a second. How am I supposed to know? Anyway, getting off topic here, guys. Let's get into this shit. So, crypto market right now. Bull market crypto investors, Israel versus Iran. I know what you're thinking. We just got over the tariff bullshit. Actually, we're still in the tariff bullshit, but now we're like layering on an extra layer of like spice on top, which is the Israel-Iran conflict. Fantastic. Donald J. Trump, Iran should have signed the deal. Told him to sign. What a shame and a waste of human life. Some state Iran cannot have a nuclear weapon. America. Okay, so Trump pushes for last-minute peace to prevent U.S. war entry. Trump is pushing for immediate peace talks, warning of devastating consequences if diplomacy fails. He called it a last chance to avoid direct U.S. involvement. His team is pushing for in-person talks with Iran's leadership. Trump returned early from G7 summit to focus on the crisis. Trump publicly warned civilians to evacuate Tehran in case of further strikes. Iran's Fordo nuclear sites deeply buried in resistant Israeli strikes. Only the U.S. has bunker buster bombs capable of reaching it. It's major escalation if the USA starts actually bombing Iran as well. Then we talk about shit. Are they going to actually shut down the Straits of Hormuz? Are they going to start hitting U.S. bases around the region? I mean, that's when like markets are going to freak the F out, man. So we're one Trump decision away once again from either generational wealth or generational poverty. Fantastic. Thanks, Don. This guy. Anyway, Trump seizes all his leverage, negotiate now or risk U.S. action. If talks fail, the U.S. may either arm Israel with those bombs or intervene directly. Okay. U.S. National Security Council is meeting the White House Situation Room. Threat levels have been raised across U.S. Indo-Pacific bases. U.S. military aircraft heading to the Middle East, possible for deployment or for support operations. 8 U.S. senators have introduced a bill to block American involvement in the war. G7 issued a joint statement. Iran can never have a nuclear weapon. Trump states a few hours later, he is not in the mood to negotiate with Iran. I want to negotiate. Screw negotiating. A few hours later, let's negotiate. I'm the best negotiator, the best negotiations ever. Screw these guys. I'm not negotiating with them. Art of the deal, baby. Art of the deal. Oh, yeah. Next, front runners, I agree. Next few hours could be critical. U.S. intelligence has concluded that Iran is still years away from developing a nuclear weapon, contradicting Israeli assessments that suggest it was only days away and confirming what Tulsi Gabbard said, that Iran does not have a nuclear weapon and they're ages away. It's also tiring, isn't it? U.S. is projected to take imminent military action against Iran. According to Polymarkets, there's a 67% chance that America is going to bring some freedom to Iran, baby. Holy cow. Marty Party. Trump has asked Vice President J.D. Vance. JD, you're going Middle East, buddy, into the lion's den. Is that please? Have you even said thank you once for us stopping World War III? Steve Witkoff, also the guy who was negotiating with Putin, he's going to. So apparently key negotiators are heading over. So J.D. Vance, Steve Witkoff, they're going to meet with Iranian officials somewhere probably in the Middle East, like Oman or the UAE or something like that. Diplomatic push aims to address Iran's nuclear program, likely tied to the Fordow nuclear facility amid heightened Middle East tensions. Qom is the primary target of Israel, where the nuclear facility is 200 meters under a mountain. Kabizi letter is an interesting point. If there was even a 50% chance of World War III right now, the S&P 500 wouldn't be just 2% away from an all-time high. It's true. It's interesting. What's the news telling you? What are the markets telling you? It's not the same thing. In fact, if the S&P would be down over 30% in that scenario, gold would be above $5,000 and oil prices would be above $100 a barrel. If there was a 90% chance of World War III, the S&P 500 would be down over 50%. Bitcoin would be obliterated beyond belief. Gold would be about $10,000 and oil prices would be about $200 a barrel. Despite all the headlines, markets say we are far from World War III. Things to consider. You don't buy, nuclear war doesn't happen, you're sidelined. You don't buy, nuclear war happens, you die. You buy, nuclear war doesn't happen, you're rich. You buy, nuclear war happens, you die anyway. Just Bitcoins, guys, not financial advice, obviously. No one wants World War III. No one is prepared, just big dogs. Yeah, no one's absolutely prepared. Absolutely. It would, I mean, right, nobody's ready. It would take a little while to ramp up weapons production stuff. Yeah, continuing. Guys, let's give us some money. Let's give some money away. It's time. It's time. Let's do it. So, of course, thanks to the guys at BitUnix for helping us give away some money today. We're giving away $1,000 every Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday during live streams during the month of June. 2 people get $500 put in their account. But in order to do that, you got to be signed up to BitUnix. There's a link down below right here where you can get signed up today in order to be eligible. Okay, make a deposit, make a trade. Okay, got to deposit $11 or more. Some people trying to game the system, putting like $5 in or whatever. We'll make sure we're getting real, honest users here. So look, I've been doing most of my trading over on BitUnix. A great place to trade. Long the rips, short the dips. Big coins, no KYC, no VPN. Anyone, anywhere can use BitUnix. Pretty cool. Check it out. So you can get up $2,000 in trading bonuses, up to $400 in deposit bonus, which is crazy, man. You deposit $1,000, you get $200 back. You deposit $2,000, you get $400 back. Who else is doing that? That's nuts. And now let's give away some money. So we have 60. We have a new week. So we have a new list. We have 70 entries for this week. So let's ask Grok to choose some winners for us. 2 random numbers from Grok. Here are the numbers: 48 and 63, 48 and 63, 63. Look at this guy. Nice. This dude put in $454. He's getting $500 deposited into his account. Beautiful. That's user ID 892-546-117. Of course, we're just sharing user IDs, not email addresses. Sorry about that. We're trying to preserve people's privacy here, right? And not sharing email addresses is not a great way to do that. So congratulations to that winner. By the way, if you have won these giveaways, check a few hours from now or tomorrow morning. The guys do this manually, running a spreadsheet here. They're going to put the reward in for you manually, but you have to go to the My Reward Hub to claim your rewards. Not just automatic deposit into your account. You got to click the button and claim it. Okay. Okay. 63. And what was the other one? 48. 63 and 48. Oh, look at this one. Nice. This guy put in $2,000. So he got his $400 bonus, deposit bonus. Then he got an extra $500 on top of that. Nice. Good shit. Thanks to the guys over at BitUnix. If you want to be eligible for tomorrow's giveaway, right down below, check it out. Hit that link. So let's continue. Price of Bitcoin currently correcting a little bit. Nice run yesterday up to 109. Optimism of some variety came in anyway. Currently just below the 20-day EMA. So nothing of too grand a concern here. If we pull back as far as sort of like 103 or wick under a bit to 102, still fine. Everything's still fine in that situation. Now, look, honestly, for Bitcoin, I'm not talking about for your altcoins, which would see a new reckoning of pain and suffering that would be hard to comprehend for most of us. But because they haven't even recovered from the most recent tariff bullshit anyway, besides the point. Bitcoin coming down to this area, you can see it has been an area of demand, okay? Buyers step in around these levels, particularly around the 50-day EMA, which is up around $103,000 right now. So any move down here, bidding at the 50-day EMA, probably not a bad idea. If, I don't know, Iran closes the Straits of Hormuz or USA starts bombing Iran as well, I mean, shit's going to hit the fan, man, if that plays out. Okay? In such a scenario, the 200-day EMA, I mean, look, Bitcoin's been a very strong asset. Think about this. We are having unprecedented geopolitical conflict in one of the most important areas of the world, with one of the most important oil producers of the world, with insane potential for conflict and escalation. Bitcoin's still over $100,000, guys. I know what you're thinking. The world's melting down. Bitcoin's still over 100K. Let's go, baby. If this area of demand fails, I think we could reprice down to the 200-day EMA in a relatively quick amount of time. So be ready for that scenario if it is to happen, okay? Flip side is one positive tweet saying, hey, Donald Trump coming out and be like, hey, we got them to stop shooting the bombs. No bombs tonight. JD Vance is going to talk to everybody and make it all good. And sure, but they may just want to drop the bombs at the end of the day. They might all just be a bunch of warmongering, psychopathic, bloodthirsty murderers and just want to drop bombs and kill people and blow shit up because that's what they fucking do. Politics attracts sociopaths and crazy people, man. Anyway, it's a different story for a different day, but those are the levels I'd be watching on for Bitcoin right here. If we can continue to keep pressure above the 20-day EMA and any kind of positive headlines start coming through. Like I was talking about the upside risk, right? And obviously there's still downside risk. Escalation can still happen. Bad things can still happen. But any kind of spark of hope that there's positive resolution coming, things are going to pop, okay? Alts are tanking all over. It's bad, man. It's a bad day to be in altcoins. A bad year for altcoins. Clark moves the Middle East war ups. Yeah, well, say la vie. What are you going to do? What are you going to do? It's over there. We're over here currently. Hopefully doesn't move beyond that. But hey, world's a crazy place. People in Europe have had war on their doorstep for a few years, man. Can't we all just have to get along? Just trade internet coins, have a good time. No. What's the point in trying to trade when a tweet can nuke the market on any moment? True, but a tweet can also pump the market at any moment. Glass half full or glass half empty, man. NASDAQ listed Davis Commodities unveils $30 million strategic initiative combining Bitcoin reserves and real-world asset tokenization to transform global commodity trading. The firm plans to allocate 50% of the funds for its Bitcoin reserve in the initial phase. Not a big buy. It's not $1 billion. Michael Saylor, he bought $1 billion of Bitcoin this week. Good job, Mike. But all these little companies, they add up. They add up, man. More and more companies are adding treasuries and strategic reserves, and it's very interesting. Jack is with this one. Major altcoin performance is confirmed when Total 2 flips the 1.27 trillion level. That's sort of the current resistance level that we've been at here. You can see previous resistance back here, previous resistance back here as well. Then really runs on a flip of 1.5 trillion, which is up here. You can see previous resistance here, resistance here, resistance here, resistance here as well. So very critical levels. And once that happens, you probably start running to highs. So we are in this very critical stage right now for the altcoin market. And I know if you've been holding altcoins, you're experiencing nonstop pain. I get it. I get it. Get it, guys. I know. I've been there too, okay? I got altcoin bags as well. And yay, good for my Bitcoin bags. They're doing okay. We're doing great, man. My altcoins, very few altcoins are doing good right now. Very few, like Hype and a couple others. We have a few meme coins running on Avalanche. We have a few AI agents running on Base, stuff like this. People are starting to talk about Bonk Fun again and their sort of launchpad coins. We saw one of them, was it Useless? Was it Useless? Is that the one? Went from some very low point up to like $80, $100 million or something like that in the last couple of days. So stuff has been running. There's definitely very big demand still for speculation in crypto right now, okay? Anyway, Saul Tequila says, whatever happens, don't let the market FOMO lead to bad decisions before Q3. The real money was made in Q3. Staying on the sidelines is better if you don't have a clear edge. Cantor Fitzgerald supports Solana as a better treasury asset than Ethereum. These are the big guys who are hardcore on Bitcoin. Howard Lutnick, of course, current Commerce Secretary. That's his company. Gandor Fitzgerald now on the Solana train, sees strong growth potential and backed 3 Solana-focused firms with target prices, highlighting Solana's role in the future of digital finance. So they are talking particularly about the Solana treasury companies like Upexi and Sol Strategies and how they are things to watch out for, basically. We're going to see more Sol Strategy companies too, I'm sure. Galaxy Digital staked another 150,000 Solana in the past 6 hours. Galaxy has staked total $63 million worth of Solana so far. Solana becomes #1 chain by 24-hour net flows. How fast the tides turn in crypto. Look, almost no money flowing into Ethereum last few days. Big money flowing into Solana. Very interesting. Solana right now, price-wise, though, not looking super hot, guys. The downtrend continues. Downtrend continues of course, lower lows, lower highs. Yeah, kind of not the best one. Anyway, whatever. You guys get the point. Market, the chart is not looking super hot right now. We had a rejection here at the 20-day, 50-day EMA. Obviously, my trade got stopped out there. Damn. Oh, well. Say la vie. That's why we kept a tight stop loss. Mitigate the losses, man. Mitigate the losses. I still think the break of the 20, 50-day EMAs sells a bid when that happens for a leverage trade. I've got spots Solana that I'm just going to hold on to and chill with. But I think for a leverage trade, a break of the 20 and 50-day, things move real fast in that situation. Okay? So that's something to watch out for. Obviously, we got rejected there yesterday. Let's see if we get another attempt at it in the next few days. Here again, we're 1 tweet away from positive shit happening in the markets. So don't get too pessimistic, guys. Geopolitics. Most of the time, nothing ever happens. And if it does happen, it generally doesn't have the impact that people think it's going to happen. Like the Straits of Hormuz probably don't close. Nuclear conflict probably doesn't happen, but it can. It can. Yeah. Anyway. Guys, by the way, if you haven't joined up to our Facebook group yet, I know, Facebook, but I see you guys hanging out over there, okay? I know it's happening. If you want to join our Facebook group, we're just sharing charts and TA and stuff like that. So if you're hanging out on Facebook anyway, it's a cool place to hang out. Like-minded people, click down below. You'll find a link in the description here. Okay, so let's look at some other charts. Litecoin, solid downtrend in play, man. Solid downtrend in play. Look at this. I think Litecoin gets very spicy when it retakes the 20-day EMA. That's here around $88 currently. Obviously, the 200-day EMA, that's probably the big one. That's around $93. That breaks the downtrend. That obviously was a key area of rejection here Wednesday last week. So let's see. Obviously, right now, price not doing super fantastic after a rejection yesterday at the 20-day EMA. So a lot of charts looking relatively bearish right now, okay? Not a lot of charts looking super bullish right now, okay? A lot of fear in the market due to, get out here. A lot of fear in the market right now due to the Iran-Israel conflict, okay? So we had a brief moment of hope last week. Felt good. Feels good getting a little bit of hope. But then the market, every time you start to believe a little bit, could we be moving in the right direction? Could this really be something happening? And they just tear it down. Kick your dreams, shatter them to 1,000 pieces. Screw you. You're not going to make money. What do you think you are? An investor? No. No, I'll take all your money. That's the market makers anyway. Frustrating. But, we get this very short bullish crossover on the MACD. Momentum immediately fails as, I feel like Benjamin Netanyahu's just sitting there, man, watching the charts. He's like, oh, you guys think you're going to get some breakouts beyond the 200-day EMAs? Yo, let's short it and launch the missiles, man. Let's go. Obviously, that's a joke. I'm sure they're not doing it. That'd be hilarious if they were, but obviously people are dying. That's horrific. But yeah, too soon? Maybe. Anyway, XRP, one of the better looking charts still in crypto. I mean, compare the XRP chart to the Litecoin chart, and Litecoin's got to get an effing ETF, man. That's great. And Solana too. That's why I got some spot Solana again, because I think that ETF trades here, man. Okay. I think that ETF trade is here and that it's going to pop. So just need this geopolitical mess to resolve itself here, and it probably will over the next week or so. Or we go into a horrific war and everything's fucked anyway. But you know what? If that's the case, then say, Levy, hey, by the way, just to add to the bit of fun, okay, just to add to a bit of fun, Fed meeting tomorrow. Yes. There's no expectation, by the way, of interest rate changes. But yeah, anyway, compare the charts here. Litecoin trading below all major moving averages, and they're all stacked in the wrong direction. Whereas XRP right now still trading above the 200-day, just sitting around the 20 and 50-day. Okay, and those could easily cross back bullish again. Still surprisingly, even with the big red candle today, threatening the possibility of a bullish MACD crossover, but I mean, that doesn't look super strong, but just, FYI, for it basically looking a lot better than a lot of coins right now. And look at this, downtrend, breakout, retest of the downtrend here, very interesting, and a 200-day EMA retest at the same time. As long as we can hold above the 200-day EMA at 210, I think we're good, man. I think we're good. Ethereum, not much to say. We're still stuck in the range. It's incredible. We've been just trading sideways for weeks, essentially. Let's hope that whenever this range resolves itself, it doesn't resolve itself to the downside. It's probably BB. Come on, Netanyahu. We were trading coins. We're having a good time, man. Anyway. Bangu's a 50x from here. SPX flips Dogecoin. Let's go. Those are the kind of bullish vibes we need. Now this sad, depressing war stuff, guys. War sucks. Obviously, hope that it ends soon. It's terrible. People are dying over, once again, a dick measuring competition between political leaders. Anyway. Oh my God, we basically never had a full week of green in 2025. Not even, yeah, it's been brutal. 2025 has just been a time of pain and suffering. Imagine everybody thinks they're going to stay flat with the rates and they drop the 100-point bomb. Well, that markets would freak the F out if that were to happen. We check grass. Sure, why not? Let's have a look at the grass chart. One I don't think about a lot, but honestly, they've done pretty well. Let's have a look here. Not today, mind you, but I think they've done relatively well overall. Let's have a look here. Maintain pretty decent mind share. I'm not sure if that's just people yapping to farm engagement points or not, but very interesting. You got this basically triple top that happened up here. Huge downturn after that. Price dropped from 340 down to 90 cents. As brutal. But everything else kind of did approximately the same thing during that time period approximately. So now what has been happening recently with grass? Well, nothing good. I'm going to put this as nothing good. This is altcoin devastation on a pretty epic level that we're seeing right now across the board. We could say it's breaking under this recent sort of support line here, this uptrending support line. MACD showing strong downward momentum, not even any sign of slowing down right now. Obviously, when that turns bullish again at some point in the future, that'll be a pretty strong signal. How low we have to go before that, I don't know. But it's not looking good right now. Trading majorly below all of the critical EMAs here. Currently down 45% from recent highs and probably 60% or so from all-time highs. Now, what do you want to see happen here? Well, that's an interesting thing. I think here at this juncture for grass, just looking at the charts, at the very least, you want to see the price close back up above this line here, so maybe around $1.55 or so. Failure to do that, and we start looking at critical support lines, $1.37 and probably $1.22. Lose $1.22, and it is going to be savage. There's not a lot under that $1.22 level in terms of support. So it's going to be one of those prey kind of situations there if you're a grass holder and this thing breaks under $1.22, because it could go a lot lower in that situation, because that's when panic sets in. That's when there's no support levels left, and shit can hit the fan real fast. I'm not saying that's where we're going right now, but that's something to watch out for if you are holding or trying to trade grass. It's not looking great for a long right now. For a short right now, I mean, maybe, right? Depending on, again, you're really playing the market right now in sense of, will we see positive or negative tweets, positive or negative news coming out of the Middle East? Negative news, this is a short. It's not a great short from this level. You know, you short it down to what, $1.22 or something like that. It's not the biggest short. A better short would have been either the rejection of the 200-day EMA up here, or a loss of the 50-day EMA here at $1.90. This feels like a bit of a late short if you are going to try to play that game. So you might be better off just waiting patiently for a long position versus trying to squeeze a few pennies out of a short here. But if you did, just keep in mind to run relatively tight, because we're in that situation right now where all it takes is one tweet, and we're either dumping or pumping. Lark, I hope you got the 1,000 SPF sunblock out. Yeah, New Zealand looking a lot safer. It's true. It's true. And that's one of the great things about New Zealand. It's very far away. Very far away from all this crazy stuff. Politics and psychopathy go hand in hand. It's true. It's true. All right, look at this. The scammers have upped the Bitcoin rewards. Now it's not just send 1 Bitcoin and get 2 back. You send 1 and you get 3 back. Amazing. People just, I guess I'm giving away Bitcoin on Facebook. Are people really still falling for this scam in 2025? Really? It's pretty crazy, man. Pretty crazy if they are. Don't send people Bitcoin. They're not going to send you back double or triple your Bitcoin just because I'm feeling good. It's Tuesday. Nope, doesn't work like that. Is Pump Fund launching its own coin, bullish or bearish for Solana meme coin trenches? I think it depends on what kind of coin it ends up being. I guess it'd be the second or third biggest ICO after, I think Block One got the title at 4 billion. I think was a Pulse Chain got, I can't believe people gave Richard Hart over like $1 billion. What's wrong with this world? Anyway, that was, I think, the second biggest one. I think they're aiming for $1 billion raise. If the Pump Fund token has a rev share attached to it, I think it could be interesting, potentially. Currently, it's trading at about $6 billion valuation on IEVO, which is one of the pre-share markets. So we'll see. We'll see how that goes. But yeah, I don't think it's necessarily bearish. You can see a bit of a liquidity suck as people dump stuff to go buy that. But if the token itself ends up being pretty good, I think you'll see that being a sort of net positive for something. I don't know. Pump Fund shit, man. I mean, it's fucking slaughterhouse. It's not a net positive for crypto at all, if we're being honest, right? There's been some stuff that's been launched out there that's okay, right? But the reality is Pump Fund doesn't often pump, and it's not really that fun. It's mostly just people going in and getting slaughtered again and again and again and again and again. Grass is smoked. Ha 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 ha. I'm gonna catch up in the chat here, see what you guys were talking about. What's your opinion on Zebek? No opinion on Zebek, but personally, but Jesse just did a report on it in the Wealth Master newsletter. So if you remember, go and check that out. If you're not, go check it out. Link down below. Yeah, Michael Saylor, Bill Gates, Elon Musk. You know, sometimes you just got to use some common sense out here, guys. Did you hear about that, like, Italian lady? I think it was an Italian lady, maybe a French lady, who thought that she was, like, actually in a relationship with Brad Pitt, and that, like, I don't know, like, Brad Pitt started messaging her and stuff, and, you know, whatever. And they had an AI avatar, Brad Pitt, right, with Brad Pitt's face and voice. And you know, and so he's like, oh, I love you so much, baby, and all this stuff. And then, of course, Brad Pitt gets sick. And, oh, baby, you know, it's been so hard recently. I just need some money for this surgery. Can you send me, like, you know, all your life savings, please? And surprise, surprise, Brad Pitt was not, you know, hitting on some random 50-year-old Italian or French lady that he just randomly approached on the internet. But people believe this shit. Same people that believe that, you know, hey, shit, Elon Musk's just giving away 10,000 Bitcoin today. All I have to do is send him one. He's going to send me back 2. Oh, my goodness. This war will generate a squeeze in the market. Shorts get wrecked soon. I you know, it feels like, you know, on the one hand, oh, smart to short here. Like everything's going to get way worse. Maybe it does. Maybe it does. But flip side is most people probably don't want complete Armageddon. And I think the Arab countries aren't going to want another war in the Middle East. And probably people are going to push for some kind of peaceful resolution, for some kind of calming of tensions here in the not so distant future. But yeah, like I said, I think the risk right now is probably more upside than downside risk, but you have to keep frosty because, again, 1 or 2 tweets or 1 or 2 missile strikes and shit can get real crazy real fast. So I'm running out of energy. This treadmill. Go, 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 go. Can't go off until the show's finished. We're a few minutes away, man. 5 more minutes, okay? 5 more minutes, Retro Beast. Love it. If you accidentally set your red light hat on your bags, will you get rugged? Ha, ha, ha. Look up pig fattening investment scams with Tinder and dating sites. I had a person try for me for a bit, then asked for a direct deposit. Yeah. It's pretty bad out there. Hey, it's just going to get worse with all this AI, man. Lark, the ban on Pump Fund and his founder on Twitter. Apparently they were using some APIs for posting, and that was not allowed on Twitter. I don't know. They'll get their accounts back in a few days, would be my guess. Everybody always likes to dance on graves the second something bad happens. They probably get their accounts back in a few days. Summer nothing burger. Alts should do something. Something, anything. Give me a sign of life, altcoins. Come on. Genius Act voting today. Well, if they pass the Genius Act, it's going to be really big for stablecoins and probably mark a local top for the Circle stock, would be my guess, because everyone's pumping up that Circle stock this week, which is wildly overvalued, man. Wildly overvalued. No, seriously, think about the Circle stock. Coinbase owns like half of it, and they have like a revenue sharing agreement with Coinbase and Binance. The amount of revenue they actually keep is minuscule for the stock, right? Comparatively. Obviously, they get plenty of money, but it's pretty crazy, actually, how much money is owned by Binance and Coinbase and all this stuff in terms of the revenue. And so you think about that, and right now, Circle's at half the market cap of Coinbase, which owns like a huge percentage of the Circle income. Doesn't make any sense. I feel like Circle's massively overvalued here, but it doesn't stop people from buying it. Apparently, Kathy Woods, she bought $50 million at $150. It's like, Kathy, can you stop FOMO buying and tops on all these damn stocks? Come on now. Anyway, yep. Pump fun is not fun, and it's value extraction only. Indeed. Morning from Texas, morning from Dubai, man. What's up? Thoughts on the Cardano midnight airdrop? I don't know enough about it, have an opinion about it, but hey, exciting, great. Love free money, love airdrops, so cool stuff. Hey, Danny, what's up, man? Danny, 2 stacks. What's up? My friend and I are worried about the cycle. Looks like all the money went to Bitcoin. There may be no altcoin run. Nope. Look, realistically, yes, all the money so far has primarily gone to Bitcoin, but there's been big runners in the altcoin scene. There's been big runners in the meme coin scene. A lot of coins have suffered for a variety of reasons. Okay. Lack of buyers, lack of mind share, lack of adoption, whatever else. Look, so it's been rough. Okay. But alts will run at some point during the cycle. But when? It's a good question. Been a rough ride so far. And it's really been a trader's market more than an investor's market for the last few years. Because there's been timely narratives where you can just throw money into the narrative, run the money up, get it out, and that's it. But overall, for people trying to be just investors in crypto right now, there's been very few investable assets this cycle. Most of them have punished investors terribly. Lark, check, Plume, I don't want to. No. Okay, fine, we'll take a look. I can't imagine we're going to see anything good here, though. Down to 9 cents. It's at the support from back here on the 9th of February. I mean, bounce now or I cut it off, I guess. That's the kind of level it's got down to, Zach. I am still holding my bag, but shit. That is some bad news bears, man. I guess I should have paid more attention to the chart. I mean, losing this uptrend here, fine. Not the end of the world, but obviously it was. Pretty soon we started seeing the price collapse. This was actually into May. We didn't even have the Israel-Iran shit yet. Just was collapsing anyway. Mainnet launched. Great. Mainnet launched. You can finally do stuff. Screw it. Everybody dump your damn tokens. Classic bearish retest here on the 20-day EMA. We haven't even had another retest on the 20-day EMA yet. That is a rough looking chart here currently. Not a lot of good things to say about this chart. Good God. Goodbye, money. Goodbye. Should have bought stocks. I swear, honestly. Fucking altcoins, man. And the thing is, like, Plume's a good altcoin. Real world asset narrative. They're doing good shit. Look at that chart, man. Look at that. I could have thrown it in basically any fucking stock since I bought it. I don't know. I'm bought right through this range here. Could have thrown it into any gosh darn stock and be up probably 20 or 30% of my money. Instead, I'm down half. Fucking altcoins, man. Fucking all every damn time. I tell you. Anyway. Okay, one or two more questions, guys. We're gonna finish up. What are your thoughts on BuyReal? Haven't given it too much thought yet, but hey, Bybit does good shit, so let's see if it's successful. Could be the right time to launch something like that. Could be pretty big competition for Hyperliquid. You know, I mean, I know they're going to have sort of a niche community on Hyperliquid, and obviously everybody's there farming the second season airdrop because the first one was so insanely lucrative, right? So there's a reason people are using it a lot. But I think when you see Binance and Bybit and everybody else launch their on-chain perp dexes, you're going to see them capture a pretty big percentage of the business. My guess would be. Why is Near not recovering? It's everything, Marianne. So it's not just, again, there's very few coins that are outperforming right now. There's a few, okay? Needles and haystacks. Most of the coins look like the charts for Litecoin or Plume or whatever. A lot of coins have really been struggling. And like Near Protocol, great. They're doing good AI stuff. Great. Lots of users on chain every day, good stats, et cetera, et cetera. But most coins have been getting slaughtered. It's not a Near problem. It's an altcoin problem. Basically holding any altcoin recently has just been one-way ticket to Pain Street, essentially. All I see is pain in that chart. Oh, yeah. Yep. Whales are distributing. Not good. Hello from Detroit. What's up? Yo, what up? I won $500 yesterday. I'll trade it up to $1,000 to make my 83-year-old mom on one last holiday. Yes. Should be there, Steve. Should be there. I'll chase up the guys, make sure they're sending that stuff through. Anyway, guys, that's awesome. We're going to finish up there for today. Thanks so much for joining the stream. Stay positive. Don't panic. Everything's going to be okay. See you back next time. Tomorrow. See you tomorrow. Peace.